Oh yeah, look at that. You're brilliantly lit from both sides now. It's ABC Radio Hobart. Next, a letter to myself with a character. You'll have seen him. You'll have seen him around town, or on the water, or running, possibly through a forestry coop, being chased by police. I'm Ryk Goddard, 936 ABC Radio Hobart. A letter to myself where we find Tasmanians that you may or may not have come across and get them to write a letter to their past or future self. And I want you to flash back now to Hobart, 1999, and Salamanca Place, other than the Vietnamese kitchen, is just shuts down. People could drink on the lawns. No one had shoes. There'd be a fire breather and a juggler. And then this guy, when I see your face now, and I think, just you take me right back to that time. Hello, Two Dogs.
Yapalinika.
Yapalingana. What's your Tasmanian story? Are you born here?
Well, I was born, and you remember when I had my stall at Salamanca Place with my flutes, and I used to have my studio in Kelly's Lane, just below where you were teaching theatre.
Yeah.
And in fact, people would ask me where I was from because I was playing these unusual instruments.
Like the panpipes.
Yeah, it's called.
Others.
That's correct. Various ancient flutes, and I could very proudly say, I was born just up the street in Hampton Road, like so many here were, in the old Queen Alex Hospital.
You live on an engineless boat. Why is it important to you it's engineless?
I live on a sailboat, and by definition, that doesn't have an engine.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been interested in engines. I've never found a need for one. I've never owned a car, a motorbike, or a lawnmower, which I could have actually made that my letter to myself.
Yeah, that's great. It's very
Stick
concise.
with that.
Yeah, done.
Yep.
We ask people to write to their past or future self. What have you chosen?
I've chosen my past self.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do it. Take it away. We'll break it down afterwards. This is Two Dogs, a letter to myself.
Hello, small me, at 5 or 6. You have a lot of energy. It's too much for some people, but just enough for yourself. Hello, small boy, sitting alone, naked on the sand in the warm, shallow water, watching the seagulls wheeling through the sky overhead. You are a raw child, most often accompanied by your dog. It's a childhood of bushland and salt spray, camping by the sea, beachcombing, playing with a stick or a feather. Falling asleep on the sand, nestled into wet, salty fur. It won't get any better than this. It doesn't have to get any better than this. As small boys are, you are full of questions and wonder. You want to know what the stories are. From the landscapes you seek solace within. You can sense those who walked this place before. You can taste the stories. Know that one day you'll be telling these tales as you find them unravelling, as you make your own stories and leave a colourful trail. Your parents say you can do whatever you like between the rock in the middle of the beach and the steep slab of granite at the other end. Your older brothers disappear around that slab, exploring different boundaries. You will learn there is a lot to be found within limits. The seahorses in the shallows will still be there when you return fully grown. Know that the whole world will always be surrounding you. It will be accessible in every microcosm before your inquiring eyes and hands, all of your senses intertwined. There's danger ahead, but know that you can dance around it. There's injury ahead, but you will evolve because of it. You'll be celebrated and disliked for the same reasons. Your energy, your ethics, your refusal to compromise on a unique way of being in the world. Don't change a thing. Soak all your senses in the visceral tastes and sounds and smells of a small boy's existence. It's these skills that will always bring you the most reward. When you are 21, you'll be laying in bed in Belgium, winter snow on the cobblestones outside. A small square of sky is visible out the attic window. A single gull goes wheeling past. You'll drop back to this moment of self-awareness, back in the shallow water, in the sand, your brown skin soaking in the sun. Know that you are enough, that this awareness is all you need. This ability to escape your own skin and become part of a place, to integrate with the elements, to see what the gull sees, to look down at yourself from the sky whilst looking up from the sand. Stay aware of wonder, ready to absorb and adapt to changing circumstances. Most of all, young man, thank you for etching the memory of this magical moment into our DNA, ready for instant recall to remind us of what matters. Simple immersion in place. We have a lot of energy. It's too much for some people, just enough for ourselves.
Two dogs, a letter to myself on 936 ABC Radio Hobart. That line, this 5-year-old nestled into the fur of his dog, the idea that it doesn't get better than that and it doesn't have to. That's so radical.
Literally, who needs more than that? What more do we seek in the world but that sense of comfort, security, companionship?
No, absolutely.
That's all we need.
Like, life coaches mostly spend their time going, what did you want to be when you were 7? And then getting people to do that. So do you feel like, have you always known that, or did you lose contact with it and re-find it, Two Dogs?
I've always known it,
Yeah.
but the world encourages us to seek other things.
It's, well, to grow up. It's almost Peter Pan-esque.
Yeah, I've had people say, in fact, I was filming a piece with Getty Images, a big film crew in Ballarat, and we were doing some background filming, and I found this famous poet with a couple of dogs at his feet, and I was on my bike pulling a trailer, and I just started doing loops around this statue for fun because we just needed background shots, and the videographer said, "Oh, Two Dogs, you never grew up, did you?" And I said, "Actually, I did. I just never forgot what it was to have fun."
Yeah, and I think someone's texted in as well. Please text in, because responses are really, people open themselves up so far for this. It just says, this is awesome, what a trip. Very inspiring, so well told.
Robbie Burns.
Robbie Burns. I told you it would come. Always, I hated when people said to me as a kid, if it's important, you'd remember it. I'm like, no, very important things can slip out of your memory. And it always comes if you don't stress people out. Robbie Burns with his 2 dogs. But what you express is, again, it's not growing up. It's about not losing contact with that knowledge we have as a child of what's right.
Exactly, and letting that guide your ethics and what's important and what you value in others.
A lot of us have another choice that we haven't made, that you have made. For you, in terms of those ethical choices, like you say, like it annoys people. It can really annoy. Have you experienced that?
Oh, very much. Tasmania is a very small and polarised place. It's just like people, whatever is their superpower is their greatest weakness. And that's the case here. And some people see somebody treading a different path and may think, well, why can they do that? How come they can do that and I can't? Why do I have to turn up at work at 5 o'clock in the morning like you do, Ryk, or which I was thinking about as I ran across the city.
I know, but like I used to always, this is so interesting, try and get to the cafe as it opens so I could get the paper before everybody else does. I literally get paid to do that now. I think that's when you know you're in the right place, right? Where you're able to survive from what is around you. But you've stripped that right back.
I have, and I actually continue to strip it back further. There was a period when I was gathering tools to work with and instruments that I love to play. And through various means, I stripped them right back once I'd rebuilt my boat ready for journeys. And I realised, for me, the secret to success is to be debt-free and have as few objects as possible, just things that allowed you to do things in the world. So everything I own is on my boat. Is
there a sacrifice into being so much yourself in terms of then forming relationships with others that are enduring? Or is that not important?
I have enduring relationships.
Yeah.
In fact, the person I was just about to speak of that I gave my drum to was an ex-partner.
Yeah.
And they bought this drum from me because I decided I didn't need it on the boat, and I stayed at their place the other day. They were off looking after someone else's house and said, "Hey, go and stay in my unit." And there was my drum winking at me. And I kind of knew it needed to come with me this time, and I contacted them and said, "Hey, how do you feel?" And I paid them what they paid me, and it came with me.
Yeah.
But that's a really successful friendship out of that relationship. I have many enduring relationships. And the idea of a relationship is one that's quite fluid in the world today.
It's definitely changed, hasn't it? 2 Dogs, thank you for your letter. And if you look up 2 Dogs online, there's bits and pieces of footage, small documentaries, and various traces and trailings of some of your footprints on the world. Just very briefly, you're also an activist. Like, what about the world do you want to change?
Well, I want to try and keep that flavour of the world that I spoke about in my letter. That's why I'm an activist. That's why I care about place. I want people to be able to have that experience of place.
To have a beach where a parent can go between the rock and the cliff, that's for you.
That's correct.
Thank you so much. It was a beautiful place. That's a beautiful place to leave it. Thank you.
Cool.
That really expressed something so Tasmanian.